With the surrender of Singapore in 1942, thousands of Allied troops became prisoners of the Japanese. From this huge force, a contingent of Australian and British POWs was sent to work at Sandakan camp in North Borneo. The fate of these prisoners was to prove one of the grimmest of the war. While 150 officers were moved away to another camp, of the 2,400 prisoners remaining at Sandakan, only 6 men would survive to the end of the war. With his wife Evelyn, Owen visits the site of Sandakan prisoner of war camp, today a peaceful memorial park, where it is hard to imagine the horrors suffered here.
See, that's where your camp was, in there behind there. It's all grown up now, see? You can just imagine what it was like. No roadways. The only road came out through down there, went down that way.
Sandakan camp was 8 miles inland from the coastal town of Sandakan itself. Here the Japanese brought 2 groups of prisoners, a total of 2,000 Australians and 500 British, to build an airstrip for the Japanese.
They saw him handed to him with that poor bloke. They most likely take him away and shoot him. They had one intention, they wanted to kill you.
Jim Milner was one of 150 Australian officers who spent nearly 18 months at Sandakan before being suddenly moved to another camp.
Well, then the Japanese decided they had to meet their timetable, so they brought in a team of bashers.
If you got up to wipe the brow, you got a whack.
And we all had to stand with our arms out in the sun without hats till people were dropping.
So I got stood up and got my pair of wings, as we used to call it, with your arms outstretched and look at the sun for an hour and a half.
Stand there as long as they wanted you, looking into the sun.
The cruelest torture inflicted on the prisoners was confinement for long periods without adequate food or water in the punishment cage, a cramped wooden box on stilts.
You couldn't stand up, it was only about 4 foot high. And after the 3rd day, they give us our first drink of water. And they made us drink that much, and we were sick. And then on the 7th day, the 7th evening, they give us a meal, our first meal. And then it was half rations from then on. All run around behind the guardhouse and fight the dogs for their scraps. And we'd be fighting a dog over a bone. A cranky, savage dog, we'd be pulling the bone out of his mouth, and he'd be trying to snatch it back.
March had begun.
Men started to drop out straight away.
A lot of them were suffering the after effects of malaria. You can just imagine how they were. I think nearly everybody had touch of beriberi.
We run out of food, and all we was eating was little shoots of the fern shoots and bamboo shoots. Any little snails or anything that we seen, we
Where you camped overnight, they used to ask you to bring all the sick men out and put them there. You get down the track a little bit and you'd hear the machine guns going off. I don't think anybody that wasn't there would never actually believe half if you told them, and they wouldn't believe you.
What went on there? How the hell that the men went through. No one will know. You couldn't tell it.
Just close your eyes. Remember them when you last saw them going away.